everybody, welcome back to Shots Life. This week we are back working on the 2005 American Eagle. We replaced some door latches, starter solenoid, and remember the ceiling fan died when we were camping? We're fixing that too, putting an electronic ceiling fan. This episode will blow you away. I don't know how you guys watch me. Let's get back. Welcome to my life. Good morning, YouTube. Hey, to this morning we're going to be putting in a 12-volt ceiling fan in the motorhome. So this ought to be interesting. So while we were out camping, the ceiling fan went out one of the days. Yeah, we just woke up in the morning and it was out. It was making noise prior, so I think it got used quite a bit, or it got left running or something. I don't know. But anyway, regardless, we're going to go with the silver color anyway, which is kind of nice, and the blades are kind of droopy on this one. Whatever. Anyway, so it's kind of cool. We got to do anyway. It was like 87 bucks. We bought it on eTrailer.com. There's lots of places you can buy them though. So yeah, so we're gonna get this old one down and get the new one on. Okay. It had a split clip on it, I just didn't see it. So, there you go. I don't know if you will be able to see it, but there you go. Alright. Down to the motor. Interesting, they had it soldered straight to the switch. So they soldered it right in position. That's kind of cool. All right, dead motor out. Put that over there. Switch we're not going to use. I'll put that there. All right, now this one has three wires here. Let's see, we've got a ground, which we don't have a ground. That stinks. And there's nothing there to ground too either. Huh. So we got a neutral and pop. All right, well, this has turned into quite the project. I'm just trying to get a third line. So this switch isn't going to work. This fan does work, but it has to have all three wires on the switch that it came with. So I'm going to take that phone jack out because I'm not going to use phone anymore. And I'll put the switch box there. It'll fit. But I got to get power there. Then I got to get three wires from there somehow up into the ceiling up to there where this one comes out. Now I can connect. I can go over pretty far, but I can't catch that wire. So I don't know if it hits this trim over here and goes over and then comes up here. I'm not exactly sure where it goes. I'm still trying to figure that out. Somehow I have to get it down below here to run it into the slide, I guess underneath here. I gotta get the wires there. So here I am. But then I was like, well, I got new rope wire. I want to replace this rope wire, this rope light anyway. So I got new rope light to put around there. And they had two of them. You only need one these days. I mean, they go a long ways. These are bulbs, not LEDs. They make them LEDs, of course, now. And they can change colors and all that stuff. Anyway, so I had that. I wanted to put it in anyway. So I was like, well, let me take it down. We need to clean this anyway. And here I am. But I've been calling my wife. She won't answer the phone. So I got to go get her so I can drop this down and get it out of here without breaking it. So that's where I'm at. Sound like fun? All right. Let me go find her and get this worked. All right, well, I'll switch gears on you. We are going to put the new rope light on this and clean it up and put it back up and a lot of stuff, but we just can't find a way to get that wire into the hard wall to get it down into the slide, so from the ceiling. So I'm taking a break from that. I'm going to go see if I can't find a 12-volt fan that is a 2-wire. Even though we've already bought the other one. I don't know, it won't work without that switch, so. In the meantime, I switched up just to get my mind off it, and I'm replacing these clips on the end here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Both of them on both sides, sorry. Each of them on both sides have broken off. So it looks like they've been gone for a long time. So I'm drilling them out, and then I've got the replacements. And I had to pull the little pin that holds the cable onto the latch. And it's actually falling back in here, but it's right there. So I'll just put that back through the hole. But you just release that, which then releases the cables and gives you plenty of room to put the new ones in. This is an old one. You can see the plastic's broken off. It just pulls. The little cable gets on there and pulls it out. So you get them from I got these from E-Trailer. And they're pretty good replacements. Seems like they're going to work. They go by your brand. No, mine's a Fleetwood brand or whatever. So let me get those other ones on the other side knocked out. And then we'll put this one in, and then we'll put that pin back in. I should have clips. This one will just push it through, and then I'll... All right, that gets rid of those. We should be able to pull that out. You can see our little clippy deal here. Unpin it. Let me get my other one ready so I don't lose that cable in there. At least I'll have done something today. It seems like I wasted the whole day on that ceiling fan, which should have took 10 minutes, really, in my mind. Where'd my band go? There she is. And she'll slide in there just like so. And then you just put some pilot holes if you want to set back as far as it can go, or see where it was. Mine seems like it was there. Now put me a couple holes in here. Nope, don't move. Alright, so I'm editing the video and I realized that I didn't even talk about what I was doing in this part. So I'm replacing the relay for the solenoid for the starter. It was going, I think it was going bad. I think there's more issues in there on the starter side. Remember on my bus we met, I don't know, remember I talked about it a little bit, but both battery banks, the 2 batteries and the 6 batteries are all tied together. There should be a 2 battery bank for the engine and the rest for the house. But they had jumped the mega solenoid. Anyway, so this is one action towards fixing the problem. It doesn't fix the problem, and actually the bus would be parked right here. Right now it's in Ohio at M&M Electronics, getting fixed, or they're going through those issues. There's several issues that I had along the way. There are electronic issues that I couldn't fix, like the driver's air conditioning. But anyway, they're fixing it. They've already fixed those 2 issues, or they're fixed 2 of the issues, and they're working on the engine side right now, replacing cables and trying to neck it down to what's draining the battery and why there's such a drain on it. But anyway, this is a video on replacing that starter solenoid. Broke off? Good. Done with that. All right, let's go pry this sucker off the top. Whew. We still got the one on there, and then I need to put a new head on that one. So we need to keep these straight though, because they got both reds on each end. Black to that side, broken one to that side. All right. Oh. Other than tightening those up real quick, I think I already did that. Actually cinch them up. I guess we're done. So let me get this cleaned up, this mess cleaned up, and we'll move on to something else. Woo. All right, so I've been really going to town on this RV. I mean, the whole roof is out. I pulled this whole bed still out on it. So they don't make 2-wire fans anymore. They're electronic. So you have to have the 3 wires going from the fan switch to the fan. Really causing a problem for me. However, we're working through it. So basically I'm going to run a line down this channel, around this box, through this channel, around this box, over to here, across the door. It goes down to the wall and goes down to here. There is a little teeny weeny channel underneath some pipes in there, which comes around to right in there, about halfway. So I've got my wire tape. You probably can't see much of this. That's the problem with filming it. All right, so I got my fish tape going in that little teeny hole down there. You can probably see it better than me, right down there. And then I'm coming over here. I got the fish tape through here, and I got my wire down here. So now I have to get that fish line from the bottom down there up, so that I could tape it to this wire and then pull the wire through. And then that gets me space then to allow the cord to be here for the slide out. So, because I can't just go over to the wall because this slides in and out. So that allows me to get in there with the rest of the wires that go up into the slide. But I need to go up over here because I'm going to replace this phone jack, because nobody uses those anymore, with the switch, and then get those wires to come around. And then I'll use the orange wire here. I'll take it from there and run it to there as well. And that'll give me the orange wire and then 2 more wires. I can't use the black because it's actually a negative, but it goes, I think, to the rest of these lights. I don't think it actually trails back. But I am going to have a negative and positive wherever that trails back to. I'm going to have to find a negative or a negative. I got a positive, but I'll need to find a negative to get to the switch as well. And I'll use the orange positive down there, run it over there. Actually, that orange wire will go to the fan. That'll go out to the fan. So I'll need a positive and a negative here. So, which I do have a positive. There's my positive. So I'll need to get my positive there, and then I'll need to get a negative to there. And then the orange wire and my 2-wire that I'm pulling through then will feed through here and then go up to the switch or to the fan, and then I'll have my 3-wire. What a pain in the butt. I called the manufacturer, and they don't make 2-wire fans anymore, 12-volt 2-wire fans anymore. That doesn't mean nobody does. That just means E-Trailers doesn't know and he doesn't know. They said they used to about 4 years ago, and then they went to this electronic fan now. So that being said, I'm going to pull to see if I can't. I made this little hook thing to try to get down there to pull that tape up the wall. Hopefully I can catch it and get it up, take my wire to it, pull it through, and then I'll be in a better position. Then I'll have to worry about stapling this wire to the ceiling or whatever just to keep it hidden. And then I can maybe hook this fan up at that point. We'll see. All right, let me get to work before it gets too hot in here, because it's been getting some hot days, so trying to get stuff done in the morning. All right, talk to you in a bit. All right, so that's good. I just talked to you, and 2 seconds later, I got the wire puller out. So yeah, I made my little tool. It worked great. I had to modify it. I had to bend it over, but yeah, not bad. I mean, literally, I just got done talking to you like 1 second ago, 1 minute ago, maybe. So now I just got to take the wire to the fish line and pull the wire through. Then I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. So let me keep after it, see what I can get done. All right, that's awesome. I got the wire pulled through the hole, so we got wire back here. So I'm thrilled about that. Yesterday, man, I was like, man, there's no way to get through there. So very fortunate we found a way. Whoa, yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Those things are so handy. I've had that for years. Bought that before I could afford tools. At the time, it was a big expense to me. Man, has it paid for itself in dividends over the years. All right, so now I just need this long enough to get up into the hole there, and then come around those drawers and come to this where I'm going to put that switch. And then I've got to go find the orange lead and extend it from there to there. I'm not going to pull this out because I like having wires up there just in case I ever decide I need something in here. I have those wires, but I will take it from there, get it to there, and then it's a matter of finding a positive and a negative. Positive's there, I got to track that back, positive, and then a negative, and get the negative there, because this was just this one-way switch. It came in and it went out, right? So, but we'll get it. We got the hard part done, I think. I mean, it's, you know, I didn't think I was gonna be able to get this here, to be honest with you. So it's great that I got the wire there. So let me just get a little more wire in and feed it through, and then we'll get this switch going in over here, get this phone jack out of here. All right, real quick before my battery dies, I've got the switch in and it works just fine. There's my fan. I just mounted it. The piece that goes over fits just around that just fine, so I don't take it apart. I can't put any more back together. But you turn it on, you push the button, and she'll start spinning. And that's what she's supposed to do. It's kind of odd. It spins up and then goes slow, and then you have to hit it 4 times to get to top speed. And top speed really isn't that fast, but whatever. It works. And it does reverse on it, does work. So that's kind of cool. So we finally fixed that. What a pain that was, but it looks good. It's in there. Now I just need to vacuum up around there because, you know, I needed to vacuum in there anyway. I did some when I first got the motorhome. We put the mattress on. All right, I knew the battery was going to die. It died. It had like 4% on it. But whoa! All right. So back here, what's I showing you where I was at? I guess. So I got the switch in, got the fan in. It works just fine. I'm going to clean all this since I got it open. You know, nobody ever gets behind that decoration stuff, of course. So we'll clean it up a little bit. I'm going to vacuum up in here and then underneath here. Then I'll get this bed shoved back up, bolted back to the wall, get the mattress back down, and then I already started playing a little bit on this as I was just trying to think other things out, and I started taking this old incandescent lighting out, and then of course I got this new LED. I can be any color I want to be. LED strips. So I'll get those put up on here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to tack them, but I want them up on this inside ridge so they're shining out. So we'll work on that. And then I've got to figure out how to, it is 12 volts coming out, but I'll probably have to cut this cord and then splice it into this clip so that it goes in, clips right, oh, not a clip, but the clip over there. So it splices into the motorhome wiring, and I'm not, you know, I can just do it with a clip so you can take it off and on, whatever. So that's kind of where I'm at. Step by step, we'll get this thing done. My wife's still got to clean this thing too. So, yeah, she's got the other part. They're not cleaning up very well. It seems like the more you pull, the more you're pulling out from underneath. So, we'll get that figured out. But right now, yeah, she's trying, whatever. So I'll get this all vacuumed up, cleaned up, and I'll get going on this. and I'll show you what I do there. But I'm probably going to put it on this inside ridge here facing out. I'm just not sure. It's got double-sided tape, but don't think that it's going to hold this material very well. I may try to staple it here and there. Don't want to staple too much to that stuff, but or damage it, but we'll try that or something, and we'll go from there. But that's where I'm at. All right, let me get vacuuming and clean it up. It is starting to get really hot in here. It's supposed to get in the 90s again today, so whatever. But you know, I'll just go until I can't go. So of course I'm feeling better now that I got the wiring in. You know, when you get to something like that where you just can't get something through. Yesterday I didn't think I could do it. Today I got it done. I had the right idea. I had the wire run there, but there was no way to get it through. And I found a little teeny wee hole in the middle there that went through across into there. So really fortunate that I found the hole, and it worked out just fine. Now we have a new electronic fan. I don't know. I like the old stuff that just powers, you know, it just goes, right? This seems a little weak and whatever, but it works, and it has reverse all on the switch down here. But I'm a tall guy, so I don't really care about that kind of stuff. You know, it would have been just fine. Now I got to bend over to reverse it. Whatever. So yeah, that's the deal. I also found this little switch back here, which I didn't know was there, and that turns these speakers on and off, which are rotted out. I'll have to get them replaced. But yeah, I didn't know that was there either. So that learned something new there too. So let me get this all vacuumed up, and then get this bed put back together, and then I'll check back in with you here in a bit. Hey, I haven't been filming much. I mean, it's been a long day. Yeah, but the switch is in. The fan works. It is kind of slow though, I ain't gonna lie to you. But the fan works. There you go. Since I had it out, we steam cleaned the ceiling pieces. They still some stains on them. These are gonna end up needing to be recovered. The center one, the outside one cleaned up pretty well. But the fan's in. I got the new LEDs are up in the ceiling. They look pretty good. And yeah, I can't change colors. I'm supposed to be able to change colors, but it can't see the modules up here. So I may have to let it down and bring the module over to the side here, but we'll be able to see it or whatever, so that it can see each other. And that way I can change the lights out. Matter of fact, that's probably a good idea. I'll probably do that right now. But other than that, it's all back together. Everything looks great. I just got to clean up the rest of the mess in here, but yeah, that's a lot more than I was expecting to do. I wasn't planning on getting that done today. I was just planning on getting a ceiling fan in. I mean, how hard can it be? When we reupholster this, we'll redo this too. We'll either spray it or we'll cover it in the wrap that we have from the front of the bus with that silver carbon maybe. But yeah, you know, that's another day, another project. I'm not too afraid of it now that I've taken it down though. It's not that big a deal. 6 screws. You know, you just gotta be careful with it. So that's where we're at. I'm going to clean up and probably change this out. If I change that out, I'll get back in just a second. All right, I'm back. I changed the box. I'll put it here where you can where I can see the panel. And now it does some cool stuff, right? I can change the color. They're green and red and yellow, light blue. I don't know. It's like purplish. Yeah. And then like an orange or something. I don't know. Sometimes the buttons are sensitive. Like that orange, that doesn't go to orange. And why are you not going orange? They're blue, orange. Still gives me purple. Oh, it's supposed to be pink. Oh, it is pink. All right, so there's the difference between purple and pink. It's just slow. But the other thing it does, it has like a music thing on there. So if you hit this button, then it's like when you're talking, it lights up. So like if there's music playing, then it boom, 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 boom. You know, whatever. Anyway, that's a neat feature, whatever. That it kind of hears what you're doing and makes the beat, I guess. Boom, boom, boom. And then I guess you can slow it down to where it whoo, 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 I don't know. But anyway, there you have it. I don't know how to work it all yet, but let's see what this one does. That's white. It's supposed to be white. That's kind of like a blue tint to the white, though. I was thinking it'd be bright white, you know. But I guess it doesn't really do bright white. Then I guess it dims down. Oh yeah, dims down. And then brightens up. Yeah. So there you go. I think blue is what it's going to sit on most of the time. But there you have it. Pretty cool. Fan works. Now I can switch to stuff, play music, have a party back here. I don't know. All right. Thanks for joining me on working on the motorhome, the American Eagle. I'll see you next week.